اوكي. اعزائي المشاهدين البرتا بالعربي، اهلا وسهلا بكم. معكم سام نمورة. يسعدني اليوم يكون معي السيد الوزير جوزيف سكاو. جوزيف سكاو هو وزير التجارة والعمل والايكونومي and الهجرة في ألبرتا. Minister Schow, thank you very much for joining us today.
It's great to be with you.
I'm just going to say Abu Dhabi, here I come. This is a great news. So what does it mean to have a 4 flight going from Calgary to Abu Dhabi direct to Albertans and to Albertans' economy and to the government of Alberta?
You said it best. This is great news. We see a lot of opportunity for shared interest and investment growth in Abu Dhabi and Dubai in the Middle East, and lots of opportunities to have companies there invest right here in Alberta. So this direct flight gives us an opportunity to bridge the gap between our two areas of the world, and also to continue to see more investment. So this is a huge win for the province of Alberta, and I think it's a big win for the UAE. This flight starts November 3rd of this year. It's going to fly 4 times a year from Calgary to Abu Dhabi. This direct flight, as we've seen with other direct flights coming into Calgary from other areas in the world, always expands business interests, investment, and even tourism.
As we know, Etihad airline is one of the best in the world. Is the prices kind of like fair and affordable, you think it's going to be?
Well, I know that the airline had mentioned that these flights that are going 4 times a week starting in November, there'll be a special price for Canadians. But I don't know what that price is. I think it's just over $1,000.
So the government of Alberta has nothing to do in terms of negotiating that kind of stuff, right?
No, we don't negotiate airline prices. It's all based on demand and and availability, flight times, etc. So there's a whole rubric that goes into this, and I learned that through my tourism and sport days. But what I think is really most important about this is this direct flight means no one's going through a stopover in Toronto or London. They're going right to Abu Dhabi from Calgary, which makes a huge difference. And when we met with businesses last summer, when I was a newly minted Minister of Jobs, Economy, Trade and Immigration, a lot of conversations around investment and opportunity and shared interests. But at the tail end of every conversation was always the interest of a direct flight, because it would make access that much easier. And here we have it.
Absolutely. And also, I think, this is a major really win for Western Canada in general. I think this is the only direct flight from Western Canada to the Middle East, if it's not the United Arab Emirates itself.
That's correct. Etihad, this flight is the only Western Canadian direct flight into the Middle East, and we're very proud of that. We are definitely leading the pack when it comes to expanding air access into Alberta and into other jurisdictions. So we're very excited to have Canadians and Albertans going over to the Middle East with Etihad from Calgary. But we're also very excited to welcome guests from the UAE to Alberta to explore the best our province has to offer, whether it be the mountains or business ventures.
Absolutely. And also there is a huge Middle Eastern community here in Western Canada. I think this is going to open a great opportunity, and I'm one of them. You saved me at least 10 hours of flight going back to my old country. So is there any plan to add more airlines in the coming future to other destinations in the Middle East, such as Damascus or Beirut?
We're always interested in new direct flights every day, and working with our partners in YYC and YEG, and to better understand what the art of the possible is. But at the moment, we're really celebrating this day, which is the new 4 times a week flight from Calgary to Abu Dhabi starting in November. So this is a big win for us. It's a big win for the UAE, and we're very excited about what potential this is going to bring for growth in the economy in Alberta.
Is there any, and allow me to ask this question, is there any a reason why government of Alberta picked this time to make that corridor between Alberta and the Middle East, especially in the oil country like United Arab Emirates? Is that any way linked to what's going on here in Alberta in terms of creating some kind of independency in terms of our say on our oil and gas and natural resources?
Well, as a province, we're very interested in expanding partnerships outside of North America, because we feel we have world-class products that we can sell around the world. And so looking for new trade partnerships is always top of mind. My department does 30 or 40 trade missions a year. I only go on a couple, of course, but we bring businesses from Alberta to help bridge the gap and develop new relationships. So this really doesn't have a lot to do with anything besides Alberta looking to expand into new markets for our world-class products, be it in manufacturing, agriculture, or really anything tech innovation.
Okay, well, okay. So as you said, there's really a massive interest in the Middle East in our mountains. As you know, this is one of the best destinations for tourism in the world. Will there be any programs tailored to the Middle East, especially the Gulf region area, in terms of increasing tourism from that region into our beautiful mountains here?
Well, that's probably a good question we'd have to ask to Minister Boychenko, the Tourism and Sport Minister. He's doing a fantastic job in that file. But as a province, we do always advertise in other markets to attract people to our province to see the mountains and all kinds of other experiences in the prairies, up north, down south. So there's a lot to offer in Alberta when it comes to tourism. And in terms of programs, we'll definitely always work and see what available options are for us for advertising in other markets. But I wouldn't have anything specific to mention today.
Perfect. I just want to tell you, I mentioned that I posted this news yesterday about this, and there's a massive response from the Middle Eastern community here in Canada about this great news. This is really an amazing news. I want to thank you and thank the government of Alberta and whomever, and the Etihad as well, for making this happen. This is amazing news. Thank you very much, Minister. Is there anything you'd like to add?
I would just finish with a note of thank you as well. This is the work of a lot of partners. Chris Dinsdale at the airport and YYC. We have Tourism Calgary who's been involved, Travel Alberta, the Government of Canada. Also, Tourism Industry Association of Alberta. I mean, there are so many stakeholders who have been involved in this. The Government of Alberta has played a very important role in helping to make this happen, but there's so many other hands that need to be acknowledged as well. The other thing I would say is that with this being Western Canada's only flight, this means that other residents from in the West are going to have to come through YYC, which means they may spend a day or two here and get a chance to experience Calgary before they head to the Middle East. And so when you have direct connecting flights, like when you have flights that connect through Calgary and then go to destinations like Abu Dhabi, it really presents a new opportunity for us to attract even domestic travel into Alberta. And I think that is going to be reflected in the tourism numbers that we see in the years to come. So I'm very excited about this. It's a great chance for us to send visitors to the UAE from Canada, but also to welcome an entirely new group of visitors from the UAE into Alberta so they can explore Alberta's backyard and the best we have to offer and realize what we already know here, which is Alberta is the best place to live, to play, and to visit.
And we have to mention also Dubai or Abu Dhabi. It's a major hub in the Middle East over there. I think it's going to affect the whole region over there, not only the Gulf region area. So Minister Schow, this is great news all around. Thank you very much for making this happen.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you, Minister.
Bye now.